welcome to another episode of the Natty Teacher. This is your host. Who else but the Natty Teacher? Now, I will say, kind of coming at you with a little bit of bad news and, a little bit of, I guess, just normal news. Bad news is I actually had to leave work just a little bit early today. I have one of my co-workers covering for me. She'll be getting a little treat tomorrow. I really appreciate her. I don't know if she'll see this or not. You know who you are. But I do really appreciate you stepping in to cover my 6th hour for me. Got some tummy troubles today, man. And I know it's pretty normal and what have you to have that from time to time. But for me, because of how precise I am with my diet and tracking and all that, and I literally eat the same foods every single day at almost the same times, usually to the minute almost, definitely threw me a little bit. Yeah, just I was able to eat my normal meals, so that was good, and I was able to stay real hydrated, so I've been pumping in the fluids, but definitely have had some instances today that have been uncomfortable, to say the least. So the good news is this, God works in mysterious ways. This kind of works out in a way. I do still have a quad based leg day today, and today was actually a deloaded leg day anyways. So today it's very lightweight, really just deep stretches and good, strong ranges of motion, and just essentially pumping blood and moving blood into the muscle. And then that's it. I'm going from there. We're just trying to move blood around, get a nice pump. We won't be at the gym for super long. Just again, kind of moving blood into those muscles and allowing them to, heal and recover and what have you. So again, it does work out in a way. Obviously, it's never good to have stomach issues, but on a deload workout, I think I can handle that. So it does feel like it's starting to work its way through. I don't know if it's just a little food poisoning or a little 24-hour bug or whatever, but it definitely hit me really hard, especially this morning. So again, it does feel a little bit better. Did add in a little extra fruit, a little extra sauerkraut too. Went and got a banana and an apple and some sauerkraut at a grocery store next door to my school. Consumed a little bit of each of those things on top of my normal meals to add a little bit more carbs, because I was obviously losing quite a bit. And at the same time, they're really good for digestion and absorption of nutrients and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna see how I feel. Anyways, so hopefully that wasn't too much detail for you. But when you see me next, you will see me on some nice, light leg extensions. Again, really focusing on the squeeze and moving blood into the quads. Leg extensions, here we go. For exercise number 1, you guys probably could have guessed this based on the other uploads I've put up in the past. We have a leg extension. Now you can tell the load is not as high here. Again, as a reminder, this is a deloaded leg workout, meaning that we're not only dropping volume a little bit, but also dropping weight and essentially just trying to push blood into the quads. Again, this is usually for me, this is once every roughly 6 to 7 weeks I will deload, maybe even 8. Usually it's that 7th week though, kind of right in the middle there. And then also right now I'm deloading because this will be my last 2 leg workouts before stepping on stage, and I have 0 leg training as of next week. Really trying to have my legs come in as fresh and as separated and as pain-free as possible. Not that my legs really ever are in pain, but I want to make sure that it's not super hard for me to form that mind-muscle connection and really flex the legs when needed up on stage. So anyways, 2 working sets here. Both were sets of 15, both very straightforward. Still felt a little bit of a burn, but really nothing super crazy with this. I always recommend doing an exercise like leg extension or hamstring curls before getting into your heavier leg workout, or into your heavier leg work, I should say. Even just 1 to 2, maybe 3 sets of that will only prime you for success in your heavier compound movements like this right here. Now, obviously, this is not a heavy squat by any means. It's only a plate. I just did 2 sets of 10 reps of just some good old paused barbell squats. So we're really hitting the bottom, sitting in it for a second, and then coming back up. I highly recommend pause squats, man. I'm a big fan of pause squats. Now, normally, I'd maybe throw another plate or maybe a little bit more on there and, try to get some decent reps. But just for today, again, keeping those knees as healthy as possible, getting a nice little pump, and then that's about it. So really sitting in the bottom, have that nice full pause and explode out of the bottom and get a nice full range of motion all the way up. We did 2 working sets here, 10 reps apiece. Then on to the next movement, which was just a good old hack squat as the calves are looking shredded. Nice, I like it. You know, definitely some more detail coming out in the legs for sure, I've noticed. So that's always a big plus. Even while not feeling super hot today, I was still pretty happy looking back on some of the footage and seeing some of the separation and all that. So 2 working sets here, 10 reps apiece, kind of the same concept as the squats, getting all the way to the bottom, getting that really good stretch, deep full range of motion, pausing at the bottom, and then coming up out of the hole. We don't got to slam up out of the hole and bounce up. I see way too many people, especially dudes, that, you know, load up the hack squat, load up these squatting movements and just bounce like a trampoline out of the bottom. Sit in it for a second, feel that pain, feel that burn, and go. So again, 2 working sets here, and then we moved on to leg press. Same concept, 2 working sets, really get that good deep stretch. Again, the leg press is one of those exercises you'll go to your public gym and you'll see somebody load, you know, 12 plates aside and move it all of about 2 inches. No, don't do that. You know, take a couple plates off, drop the ego, and really get a good stretch. Again, this is a phenomenal quad building exercise. We want to make sure that we're driving those toes at least slightly below the knees. I actually readjusted on the following set after this, moved the feet up just a little bit more because I'd noticed how far I was coming down below the knees. And I, you know, obviously don't want to cause any discomfort there. But again, you know, play with it. Make sure, you know, it feels good for you. It's a great quad builder. Workout complete. As you can tell by the weights being used and all that kind of fun stuff, and lack of you know, extreme effort. Definitely a deloaded quad day. Definitely leaving the gym, I don't want to say unsatisfied, but when you go in and just crush a good, hard, heavy leg workout, it just feels good. It does. There's nothing like it, man. And today, I know that it's going to be super beneficial for the look and appearance and how easily it is for me to like flex my legs and not have any kind of knee hang-ups or, you know, soreness in the quads and all that kind of stuff. I know it'll be really beneficial for me to deload my leg training this week and use lighter weight, tighten up the form even more, you know, slow things down and just pump blood into the legs. Again, I know that'll be super beneficial for me stepping on stage next week, but mentally, it definitely is tough to not go in there and just go balls to the wall. It really is. But it felt good. I will say that, again, yeah, I definitely have some sort of gut issue going. I don't know exactly what it is. I'm actually feeling a little better. Had my post-workout meal just perfectly fine. Actually added in an unsweetened applesauce as well. Kind of adding in aspects of the brat diet into my diet today to kind of get everything hopefully, you know, reformulated and solidified, for a lack of hopefully not being too, you know, gross. But again, good deload leg workout. Definitely seeing the detail in the legs starting to pop a lot more and more, so that's really good. And yeah, still pumping in the fluids. Like I said, pre-workout or post-workout meal went in good. Nice and early today as well, so I do have one more meal a little bit later on this evening, and we're gonna see how the gut feels and probably just rest. I probably won't go through posing tonight. Usually I'm doing right now about 20-30 minutes a day, but I probably will just give my body a little bit of a rest, get to bed early, and, you know, again, keep hydrating and make sure that whatever this is, I'm, you know, letting it run its course, for a lack of better terms. But like I said, feel fine. So again, it does suck having something like this going on so close to competing, but again, I really don't feel too bad, so that is good. Anyways, join me tomorrow for a little bit more of an intense push session. So again, probably no sets of like 5 or 6 or anything like that. We'll probably keep everything in that 8 to 12-ish, maybe 8 to 15 rep range or so for the majority of our work tomorrow. But it'll be our push B session. I'm excited. That'll be a fun workout, always a blast. And yeah, so for today, I am the Natty Teacher, and school is out. I'll see y'all tomorrow.